We're here after a 75-70 overtime win over McNeese State, and here with junior Whitney Long. And Whitney, you had 22 points. Second straight game you've had over 20 points. Do you feel like you're really firing on all cylinders now? That's your third one of the season as well. So.
Yeah, kind of getting the feel of it and getting in the gym, putting up some shots. It's working for me.
What did you guys see out there on the court? What kind of advantages, I guess, did you see that helped you get those 22 points? Or what was working for you? Let's say.
I say as far as speed-wise, it was kind of an even match in height. I just think that was a game where it was just mainly heart. Whoever wanted it the most was going to win. We dug down and fought to the end, came out on top.
Yeah, and you guys had the lead for pretty much almost the whole first half. You had part of the second half there, then they came back and they had the lead for like the last part of the second half there. You guys came back at the end and you took it in overtime. You guys feel that's a sign that maybe your team, you guys are maturing now, you're getting better where you can come back from that, where maybe before it was, you weren't so sure about it?
Yeah, I think we're more confident in each other when it's a close game like that. It could go either way. I feel like in that situation, we felt like we were on top. That was our game, and we weren't letting them take it from us.
Okay, that was junior Whitney Long. We're now here with sophomore Batavia Owens, and Batavia, you struggled there in the first half and in the second half, but you made those two key free throws there, about 12 seconds left in that in the second half to tie it up. What were you thinking going there to the foul line?
Just pure concentration. We work on it in practice all the time, and it's like we got to make free throws down in the stretch. So I just tried to concentrate and put them in.
Because you guys had struggled from the free throw line before that. The two you made, plus you were 7 of 7 in the overtime. Not you, but the team was. So I mean, that's got to be something too, where you guys, even if you were struggling at the free throw line, you guys just went right up there when it was counted and you made them. So I mean, for you, as a team, I should say, sorry, that's got to be build confidence for you guys that you're able to do that.
It makes us feel real good. We try to put the easy ones in, the chippies as coach would call it, and just get the win. Play ball.
And speaking of getting the win, you were key there in that overtime. You made 3 baskets there. What were you seeing there in that overtime, and what was the difference, I guess, from the overtime from the first and the second half for you? I got real comfortable. Like, I just wanted to post hard, get position, and just make my move, take my time and make my move to the basket. How can the team build off of a win like this, where you're up for most of the whole first half, up for part of the second half, down for the second half, then you come back and win it in overtime? How does this build the team's confidence, and how can the team kind of build off of this win?
It makes us feel real good. Being that it's our 5th win and we only won 4 last year, so we feel really good about this. We're going to come back from break and try to keep the momentum going when we go to George Mason.
All right, that was sophomore Batavia Owens. We're now here with junior Sara Daily, and Sara, you and Whitney in that first half, you guys were not only necessarily say you were carrying the team, you guys were hitting the shots to keep you guys up. What were you seeing out there on the court, as far as you personally?
Well, Coach Gordon said if you're open, like no one's out there, take the shot. So I was just trying to go with what she said, and my shot hasn't been falling in practice. So I was just praying, please let my shot go in, go in, go in. So I don't know. I just took the open shot, like she said, it was going in.
You kind of, I guess you could say, are you getting more comfortable in the offense now and just everything you're doing? This is the 8th game now, and I don't want to say you struggled there the first few games, but your production has definitely gone up. Do you feel like you're getting a lot more comfortable? You're seeing things better on the court?
I think I am. I'm learning how most of my teammates play, and I think that's a big part. You got to learn everybody else on your team. You got to learn what they do, and they got to learn you. So I think we kind of like mesh. We understand each other. So
there's a lot of unspoken communication that takes time to really develop, as know which way someone's going or something like that.
Yeah. See, like majority of the time, Batavia, she know that I'm a drive, so she know to like step over or something. I think we just feed off each other.
Yeah, and talk about now, you're 5-3. When you weren't here last year, it's more wins than they've had the past several years now. Talk about, I guess, does this help you kind of build momentum? Obviously, you got an 11-day break, which is going to be, you guys are all going home for Christmas and stuff. But how do you guys, going to George Mason on the 29th and then, coming back here for I think 3 games after that at home? How do you guys keep this momentum going? How do you guys keep building off of what you've accomplished so far?
I think since we have been doing well, I think everybody still wants to stay on that same page. So I think when we go home, everybody is going to like work out, but we all have like the same mindset. We got the same goals, so I think we're gonna stay on the same page.
So coming back from the Christmas break, would it be like when you guys come back? Would it be like you guys even take a break? Basically?
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be like that. That's what I hope for.
Well, that was junior Sara Daily after the 75-70 overtime win over McNeese State. Well, now we're here with head coach Deborah Clark, and Coach Clark, you got to be pleased with the team's drive. I mean, they were up for almost the whole first half, if not the whole first half,
right.
Part of the second half, and then McNeese State came back, was leading for the second part of that second half. But you guys made the comeback in the second half and then won it in overtime.
And we did, and I think a lot of it had to do, we got a little complacent when we got the lead, and I think a lot of this attributed to our youth. You know, we had the lead, we just think we could play, but the other team is, you know, going to make a run, and we had to respond to that run. And I think when we executed better on offense, we made a conscious effort to stop them on defense and get rebounds. We knew going into the game we had to out-rebound them, and we had to have pressure defense. And I think down the stretch when we needed to get those stops, we did.
Yeah, I said you got rebounded them by 4, and I think the biggest big thing for me was the free throws. You guys struggled there in the first and second half, but then Batavia made those 2 with about 12 seconds left, and you're 7 of 7 in overtime. That's
right, and that was really a pleasant surprise. I was really nervous about that because, I mean, as a team, we're shooting 53%. It's probably the worst team I've had in a long, long time at the free throw line, but I'm just glad they made them when they counted.
Yeah, and talk about second straight game now. Junior Whitney Long has had over 20 points in the game. She had 22 tonight. I think she had about 24, if I'm not mistaken, William and Mary.
Right.
Talk about what she means to the team as far as just the clutch, three-point shooting.
Well, she's really been shooting the ball extremely well. I mean, she's surpassed our goals and expectations for her. But, you know, when she's on a roll, she's on a roll. And one thing good about Whitney, she's one of the players on our team that can give us offense and defense. So she can score as well as stop people. So when she shoots the ball well, she's really, really hard to stop. A lot of the plays we have designed for her came on screens really well, catch and shoot. So we just hope she continues this throughout the year.
Yeah, I'd say she was perfect 4 for 4 from three-point range. And another girl that shot well was Sara Daily. She was 3 for 6 from three-point range. Talk about what she means to the team as far as just she can step outside, shoot the 3, or she likes to drive a lot too.
Right, but she's a good all around. She's a solid 3. I mean, a scoring 3. She can score, getting to the basket. She can score, catching and shooting, and she's just so resilient. I was really looking forward to her having a good game. She didn't play quite as well at William and Mary. She was really, really hard on herself about that. So I was looking forward to her responding, and she did.
Yeah. And what does this now mean for the team? You guys have, everyone's going home for Christmas, but they'll be coming back, and you got George Mason on the 29th. So I guess, how do you necessarily, I guess, how do you build off this game knowing that you're not going to see them for
Well,
days?
we talked about that, and we sent them home with their individual workouts because you have to do something while you're away. And we just, challenge them to come back as sharp as they possibly can be because it's a short turnaround time. We report back on the 26th, we play them on the 29th. And again, we're trying to play people that last year we lost it. McNeese, I said we owe them. We lost to George Mason up there last year, so they have all these in the back of their mind. We're trying to redeem ourselves.
Yeah. And you lost to Wofford last year too, and you beat them. So,
exactly.
so far, I think, I'm not mistaken, we're 2-1 against teams.
2-1, right? Yeah. William Mary's the only
one
one that got it, so we were almost there too.
So. That was head coach Deborah Clark, and that was after a 75-70 overtime win over McNeese State. The Spartans will be back in action December 29th, a Wednesday, at George Mason for the return here January 2nd against Savannah State. That's a Sunday afternoon. So come on out and support your Spartans. And for all your information on NSU women's basketball and all of NSU athletics, visit NSUSpartans.com.